Good day everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm teaching you guys how to build this stuff you see on my screen here, which is the real-time Bitcoin price ticker app. So it's a real-time because I'm using some technologies that is working behind the hood, like JavaScript, Ajax, which is fetching real-time data for us from Google, and using the backend Python web framework of Django, which will make some real-time request to Google search and give us the Bitcoin price, the real-time Bitcoin price checker. So I believe by the end of this video, learn how to build this kind of project, and then this project will be there for beginners out there that are getting themselves dirty with web programming or software applications, mostly in Django and Python frameworks. So I believe in the end of this video you learn how to build something like this, which is called a Bitcoin price checker app. So watch it to the end and make sure you like and subscribe to my video for more tech and coding video like this. Thanks for watching. Yes, let's get started. I have talk about what I want to build into this video, which is Bitcoin price checker app. Real-time is a real-time Bitcoin price checker app. So yes, the reason why I decided to build a real-time project is just to show you guys how this thing is done using Django web framework. Yes, Django is web framework of Python. I can use to build the web application, I can build the software applications of various kind. So and going to this video, we'll be building a simple project that is very easy for even a beginner out there, beginner developer. They can build on his own without the help of anyone. So this will be a full tutorial. So I believe by you watching to the end of this video, you will learn how to build something cool like what I want to put there in the video. So if you have any question about what I have said or what I've discussed or what I will mention in advance, in this video, can just drop it down in the comment section below and I'll answer your questions. So that I'm always here for you guys. So let's get started. So it's just a simple blank page. Yes, it's open. This is a simple blank folder I open inside my VS Code, and I believe you guys can see what I have here. It's just blank. I have my VS Code open here, and I have my I have my git bash open at the bottom part of the page. So if you want a video on how to install VS Code, or if you want a video on how to install a git bash, you can check by the side of my screen here. You will see videos that will tell you how to install either VS Code or git bash, because you'll be needing these two guys here in the video. So don't forget, I said this is a full tutorial on how to build a real-time Bitcoin price checker. So yeah, let's get started. I have this thing set up already, and the first and foremost for me to let me just show you what we'll be dealing with in the context of the video. So this what we'll be dealing with because of content of the video. The first and foremost is creating our Django, like I meant to say Python environment. Yeah, because most times when you want to create a virtual, the reason why you need a virtual environment, because most times, for example, let's assume we're in the cloud and I want to build a lot of project as a Python developer or as a Python programmer on building projects. Each of these projects have to be standalone, like to stand alone independently. So that's where the virtual environment comes in. If I want to set this project up on the cloud or set it up on my own, like independently on my local project, inside my local PC or on the cloud, I have to it has to have its own virtual room. So inside the virtual room, this is where you insert or you install packages, dependencies that project you need and stuff like that. So I believe you get what I mean. So that's just what we'll be using virtual environment here. Yeah, yes, that's just these are the five contexts of what we'll be dealing with in the video. So Yeah, the first and foremost is creating a virtual element. Let's go straight to the point. So let's create a virtual element now. So I'll be putting the command here in the comment in the description below for you to set up on your home. Yes, all these things with each of these context here you're seeing on my screen has its own context, has its own functions. Please, if you have issue about each of them, you can just let me know. I will answer your question in the comment section below. Yeah, let's start with the first one, which is to create a virtual element. For it to create a virtual element on your what? For it to create a virtual element for a Django project, you have to use a special command, which I'll type here now. So just watch what I'll be doing here. I believe you can see my screen. So Python Python space .m env and the name of the virtual mentions GitHub project, but for this project I'm giving it a bit env. That's the name I decided to choose. You can choose any name to give your virtual element, but this is just the name I choose for this tutorial. So let's install it by pressing the enter button. So when you press the enter button, you are setting up your virtual element. Yeah, now that we've installed our virtual environment, which I called by the name bit.env, which you are seeing here. So the next step now is to activate our virtual environment now. So just watch what I'll be typing on my screen. You can do the same likewise from your hand too. So the first step, the name of the virtual environment, script /activate. Can you see? By doing this, by typing this command here, you're seeing here, you can activate a virtual environment, make it up and running. So that's just like we setting up a virtual room in that cloud. Yeah. Oh yeah, we are setting it up on our local PC. Let's setting up like a virtual room where we'll be putting all our packages for this project, for this Python Django project to run to function. How to set up in a virtual room, a separate virtual room, standalone virtual room, independently set up. So that's just how it is. So the next step now, let me check what we have here. We've done with the first one, which is to create a virtual element and to make it activated, to activate it. And then put it that way. So the next step now is to create our Django project. Yes, we have to create our Django project, because inside the Django project you can have a lot of apps. So but based on what we'll be talking about in the video of just creating a simple app here for our Bitcoin price checker. So that's just how it is. So let's set up our Django project now. Except all this the first one we have special command for it, which I have done already, obviously. Second one we want to do it now. It also has its own special command we want to be typing to set up and to create our Django project here. So Django project, Django admin start project, Bitcoin project space. So this is what you type here. This is the command you type here to create your Django project, obviously. So let me just explain what all these things is with Django project. Django.admin. This is a command created by a group of developers, a group of programmers that work on Django as an open source project. Yes, and make use of this Django.admin as a specific command you use to create any feature or any design project to create using Django and start project. So Django's admin start project is just a command you use to create any project. Let's take that at the back of your mind. So we put a space and name of the project don't call your word project. But because of this video, which I'll be dealing with Bitcoin price, I want to make it to be rate time, stuff like that. I'll calling this project a bit project space and a full stop. The reason why we use a full stop here is because if I didn't use full stop, Django will create another folder. Django will create another will put my project inside a folder or what I'll create, but I don't want that. So I want my what to like put it inside a subfolder of this name of this bit project folder. So but I don't want that. I want my project to be inside this home directory where my virtual environment is here. So that's why I use full stop. So when you press enter to set up what, set up your what Django project. But obviously I've not installed my Django. So if I press this command, it will not work. Let me just tell you how it is. It won't work because I've not. Wow, it seems I've created my watch. It seems I've installed Django already. Let me check. So next. Oh, this is a shock. I've not installed Django, and I'm surprised that this virtual environment has Django installed by default already. So I think I have to install Django at this moment now. Obviously it's got created. I got my Django project created without installing Django, but I believe when I want to set up this, when I want to make this project to be up and running on another laptop, another PC, I'll have problem with it. So I have to install Django now. So this is the command you use to install Django on this project. When you press that pip install Django to get Django installed for you inside an activated virtual environment, get that at the back of your mind. So yes, I've created a project. I've created a project file. The first thing foremost is to set up your virtual environment. When you set up a virtual environment, inside the virtual environment you can install any kind of package you want, but here we'll be using Django and some cool other packages like Request and Beautiful Soap. So those are 3 major packages we're using in this video. But at this moment I've installed Django already using the Django name, which is the pip install Django, and now I have Django inside my virtual environment. So at this moment I can play with anything that is Django. I can do anything. I can write any command that Django based inside this virtual environment and to work. So that's the reason why I have to install Django. But previously when I create my Django project, it's worked without being installed, and I think it's using my Django I have set up local domain. Obviously I believe it's using Django I have set up like the general installed Django project, general installed Django packet I have installed on my PC. I think that's also using. So yeah, at this moment I've installed Django already. So and this is the name I give to my Django project, bit project. Yes, the major I'm going to show you some few things here. The major things we're dealing with here is the settings of POI, and I've not created my Django app. I'll set that up in a few minutes, in the next few minutes. So I have to tell you some things about what is going on here. So inside this Django project, we have some major files that we're dealing with, which is settings POI and the POI. So setting the POI this with anything that deals with project is that I want to make my project go live. I want to give my project a custom domain name. I want to set up my Django app. I want to install it, and I want to set up my template and set up my static folder. All this template this with the front end of the project, because this is where you have to link a front end to this back end. Django is obviously a back end framework. So, and I'll be setting up the static folder too, which is the CSS, JavaScript, and image part of the project. All this thing will be set up inside setting those POI. So setting those POIs has a lot of functions to make your project up and running. So inside the settings of POI, you have the middleware. So this middleware is just like a middleman that's accepting requests from a browser. It's accepting from the browser, and it processes using the web server, and using, I don't know which web server I want to use deploy your Django project and stuff like that. I think that would be a topic for another day. So middleware is just like a middleman that's accepting requests from the web browser and giving back the response to your request using the middleware. So this is where the request and response cycle comes in. This starts functional middleware. So template, this is where you set up your front end. You link it up here. I'll do that in a few seconds. So database, this is where you link up your database. Either I want to use a custom database like Django, like MongoDB. This is where you set it up. So I believe I'll make a video especially for that kind of stuff. So, but this to the content of the video, we're going straight to what we're dealing with. But URL here, this is where we'll link up our URL from app inside this folder, inside this file here. So yeah, I don't want to take much of your time. Let's get started on what we need to do. So I have my Django virtual environment set up. I have Django set up, and the next one here is to create a Bitcoin app. So when you create a Bitcoin app, we're using this name for app. Yes, I can decide to this way. This let me just tell you the little thing you need to know about creating an app in Django. If I plan to create a project using Django Web Framework and I decide my project will have like 5 features or 10 features, that means I have to create each of these features have to have its own specific app inside my Django project. That's just function of app. So I can decide to have like a sign up app, and that have like a sign in app, and that have like a about app, contact app, stuff like that. So I finish up my features and stuff like that. Everything will be what have its own specific app. That's the real meaning. That's the real meaning. That's the including API create an app on Django and then Django project you want to set up. So now we have to create our Django project. So the command you're using to create a Django project is just simple. So we'll be using Python. Don't worry about copying this. I'll put everything down commercial below in the description below for you to want to copy and set it up on your hand too. So Python and the py start up. So when you type enter, after I'm done typing, when you type enter now, to create a specific app for you using this name bitapp inside the same directory here, and you can now have your a Bitcoin app set up inside your Django project, which will be up and running. So I have to press my enter button. Can you see it here? It's obviously here. Can you see what I type here? The name I give to it is bitapp, and you can see here I have bitapp here also. So I have to do some little planning here. So I want to pay attention to what I'm doing from this point. So I have created my virtual environment with the first and foremost. I've created my Django project. I've created a Bitcoin app, and I've explained what it entails to have a lot of apps inside a Django project. But for the content of this video, we'll be using a single app, which is the Bitcoin checker app. But I decided to give it a name, a bitapp, and inside the bitapp we'll have something set up. We'll have to do some little cleaning to make our project up and running. So yeah, inside this bitapp we have to create a special folder for URL. So URL is just like a route. It's like giving each of your endpoints a route that will pass through it. So if I have like 3 features or 2 endpoints I want to create inside my bitapp, each of these specific features have to have its own different route, and everything set up here inside the words url.py. So I have to copy what I have here. Copy what I have here just to save time. So the reason why I copy is because we'll be using the same code structure here from the Bitcoin project inside our bitapp project. This is our bitapp. So when you get to this point, I have to copy because of time, just save time and all. So using the main guy you're using here is the part model, the part function. So inside this, before you can set up your parts, it has to be inside a list of URL, list of routes to set up inside of bitapp. So but because of this video, due to this video, we'll be using a single route. So but before you can create a route, you have to have like set up an endpoint. So and the endpoint on the setup here is here is just a single endpoint, and that endpoint will be living inside the view.py. So how to create, just what I'm doing here. Endpoint request. So render render.html. So we haven't set up our front end yet, which is the interface mostly every user will see when you're checking up any web apps on your web browser. This way with like interface, what user associate and user associate. So that's just the first endpoint here. Obviously in this video I'll be using like a lot of endpoints, just watch what we're doing here. So here I have created an endpoint which is called readtime, and we'll be using a variable name called coin. You can set using a variable name you want to use, but based on this video I'm using the word coin. I'll be using the word coin as a variable name and the value as Bitcoin. This just was a string data type. So this string data type. So if you don't know much about data type, I'll put my full tutorial on Python for beginner level by the side of the screen here, so you can watch whenever you have your time. So yes, at this moment I have to install some packages like request. So just watch what I'm doing here. I'm setting up the endpoint. I'll be doing the readtime call to the Google page, and this URL to access anything on Google. So what I'm doing is just to like concatenate my Bitcoin, value here to this variable here. So it's like appending a variable name, like appending a value to a URL endpoint, and it's just obviously performing get request to this endpoint here. So by appending this Bitcoin here to this guy called coin. So context equals to, so the end result of what we have here is stored inside this variable called context. So this request has a lot of functions, has a lot of method, has a lot of variables inside it, but I decided to use the get request method to fetch the Bitcoin price, the current Bitcoin price. Yes, let me put it that way. So, and that's just, this get is just a method on that request, and I pass to this variable name called response. So when I pass this variable name called response, inside this response I want to access a special value, a special variable name called context. Inside the response we have .json, we have .html, we have .text, but for the content of this video we'll be using .context. So that's just what variable name, those are the basics. These are the basic things you have to know about programming. So we have, that's OOP for you. copy this with using all this context of object, variable name, method, function, and stuff like that. So, but here we'll be using the context attribute of what, of a request package. So, but before we move further, I need to install request. So this package, this will set up my request. That pip install request is a command I want to type, or you need to type to install request, because request is a package that you can process endpoint. Either you want to make a post endpoint, you want to make a guest request, or a post request to an external endpoint inside Django project. You'll be in the request package, and this request package will help you to fetch any resources for you, external resources for you on your project. So that's just function of request, like fetching an external resources from you on my Django project and bring it there for me to see live on my Django project. So how to instantiate the what's in the package that I have installed, and to install a package also called Beautiful Soap. BSO, I think it's called BSO. So this function, the reason why we are setting up or installing Beautiful Soap, which is BSO, is to script the end users for us. So request is to make a call to this Google endpoint where we concatenate our variable name, which is the Bitcoin. So that's just the first guy you're doing this for. Like, I want to make a call to this endpoint, to the Google endpoint. Yeah, I've done that. So if I'm done that, I'll be expecting some response. So inside this response, I want to extract the Bitcoin price. So the extraction of what we need, which is resources, which is the Bitcoin price, will be done by this second guy called Beautiful Soap. So now if you install Beautiful Soap here, so these are the commands you need to know. I install Beautiful Soap by typing pip install bs4. That for Beautiful Soap. For request, it's pip install request. That to set up the request package for you. That to install it for you inside virtual room. Everything is inside the virtual room. So if you find this in this project, we've installed like three packages. The first one Django, second one request, and third one Beautiful Soap, which is BS4. So let's change it. Let's associate our beautiful Soap here. So okay, so install from BS4 import Beautiful Soap. So can you see Beautiful Soap? Yeah, like it's very beautiful soap and delicious soap, obviously. So you can decide to give this thing you can choose any variable name you want, but well, decide to use soap here as a variable name to instantiate this class called Beautiful Soap. So context, this context is coming from this guy here, and context of the response I got from making a get endpoint to Google URL. So I'm using the HTML parser. This HTML parser will help us to pass. We'll pass the all details of the response for us, to get to extract the needful data, the needful resources we want as out of the whole response we got from Google. So sorry, I have to type price. If we've done this guys to extract the price for us. So that's just what the function of that line, that's what the function of that line this with for us. So the price defined div. So I'll explain what I'm doing here. Class. So don't worry, just watch what I'm doing. Name E E A V A I B. So I'm copying class this class name from somewhere else. AP 7W. So what I'm doing is that okay. Let me just tell you what I'm doing here. So we've extracted the price. We want to extract the price. Like this function is just to extract the ATM code of the price. This function of this part is to extract the ATM code of where the price is inside the request body. So when it extracts the ATM code of the price, but we have to we have to do some little cleaning here. So the little cleaning is where we have to fetching the class name that holds the resources of the Bitcoin price. You want to fetch, you want to collect inside the whole HTML code of the price tag. So this is the HTML code. This is the CSS code that holds the Bitcoin price for what we want to do. So that's why we're using it here. So this is the class name, and these are the class value from the Google URL. I can show you this inside the Google endpoint if you want to show you. Yeah. So this is just what it is. Yeah, I have set it up here, and so everything stays within the div tag of the HTML. I said earlier that the price of the Bitcoin reside inside an HTML code. For we to extract the Bitcoin price, we have to do some extra work of extracting the price value of the Bitcoin inside this HTML code. So this is what this part is doing. It's to extract the price of Bitcoin inside this HTML code with the class name and class value of this guy here. So that's just what this part is doing for us. So, and obviously, if you want to do this kind of, if you want to if you want to fetch this kind of project, if you want to fetch this kind of price, this kind of Bitcoin price, it has to be in JSON because we'll be sending this response to an HTML code, to an HTML, to a front end using Ajax, and Ajax knows about only JavaScript and JSON. Ajax doesn't care about any other thing. Ajax care about JavaScript and JSON. So those are the things that Ajax care about, because this project is about a real-time Bitcoin price checker. So we're using Ajax. So but at the back end there, we have this response coming from the back end, going back for the web browser, have to be in Ajax. Have to be in JSON format. So we'll be returning JSON here. And price. So can you see there's a little. Can you see it? Can you see what we have here? It's telling us JSON request is not defined. So we have to do some little importation here. You have to import some pack. You have to install some things here. So I want to import here is from Django package http import JSON response. So when you import that, can you see the yellow highlighted stuff you see here has gone. So you can now use inside this JSON package there are so many libraries, like tons of library inside it. So but we just use one of those library called JSON response to get our response from the backend in JSON format and send to the front end. And this guy called Ajax is a guy that knows all about JavaScript and JSON. That's all what he knows. He doesn't care about any other thing. So we'll be sending our response from the backend as JSON to the Ajax, and Ajax will make a real-time call to this endpoint here called real-time. We make a real-time call, like every minute, every seconds. Sorry, I meant to say every second. Make a real-time call every second. So this endpoint call real-time when you make a request code to this endpoint called real-time, to fetch the real-time price of a Bitcoin for us in JSON format and to show it to the users in the web browser. So that's just what this endpoint is doing. So I have other endpoints called about. So inside this, inside the argument, inside the body of this, inside the body of each of these endpoints, you have to pass in a what? You have to pass in a request, because obviously our browser will make a call to each of these endpoints. Our web browser will make a call to each of these endpoints, and once you make a request to each of these endpoints, there has to be some request. There has to be some response, obviously. So that's just why I'm passing the request. So I've done this part. So at this point, I have to what? Each of these endpoints has its own HTML page it will display on the web browser. So I have to set it up here. I believe we don't really need it, but I have to just set it up here for you guys to see our end product. So privacy page. So if you want a one-on-one class, one-on-one tutoring session, you can just let me know. Drop your comments in the comment section below, and I'll answer your question. If you want this one-on-one tutoring and one-on-one mentoring about setting up yourself in Django, or get yourself there to Django and Python as a whole, I'll do that for you. So I'm done with the view.py aspect of the code here of an app here called bitapp. So at this point, I have to move to the URL part of our app here. So in the URL part, we have to import our view. So when you put our view, we're obviously using, like, let me count how many endpoints we have inside our view.py. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have four endpoints here. So each of these 4 endpoints is just like a route. I will have to go through a router page. So router page, like router endpoints. So I will show you everything at hand, so you know that we have like a 4 endpoints. So each of these will have what? A route and the URL.py. So this guy here is different out of the 4 endpoints here, because it doesn't have its own HTML page, because obviously it's just a JSON endpoint, which our front end will make a call to give us a real-time response of the Bitcoin. So I think this is where we have, this guy is different from the other one. So obviously we're setting up like 4 requests, but this guy is different from others, because the packages, the response we'll be getting from this guy here is a JSON response. The other ones are not giving us a JSON response. Obviously, can you see we have the render function here. This function, or the function of this one is just to process an HTML page, an HTML code for us on the web browser. So it's just like a user interface. Users will see when they want to click on the privacy page. So the user interface here, when the user click on the what about page, and this guy here is JSON response. Don't need to do much work here, and this guy here is just the process or the HTML page, process the index page. When the users click on the index page, this guy here will produce the process for us. So let's work on the URL part. So the first one here is the index, which we'll talk about earlier. The first one here we'll be dealing with is the index. So we have. So if you have, so if you want me to do more explanation on what this thing is with, I want to create a special video for that. But based on the content of the video, it's just to create a project for us, a Bitcoin project for us, and tell you guys how it works under the hood. So I said earlier that we have some endpoint here on our view.py, and this is where I'll be making a router page for each of them respectively. So this is the about page, so it has to be a command there. So on the part, privacy, so view dot privacy, sorry, I'm typing very fast kind of. So and the last one is real-time endpoint, which I said earlier that this is the guy that's different from the rest, because this guy is only giving us what real-time response. So each of these 4 endpoints here will accept each of these 4 endpoints here. This is the first one, the second one, third one, fourth one. Each of these endpoints here will accept requests from the web browser. For example, I'm a normal user. I want to know the current price of Bitcoin, the real-time current price of Bitcoin. I'll enter this page. Don't worry, I'll show you what I'm telling you about now when we move to the web browser. But I need to explain what all this thing is with. So each of these endpoint has its own functions, has its own role. So the first one is when the users click on my web apps. This is what they will the first one is what they will be shown to, which is the HTML response. So it's like they're making a call to this HTML response, HTML endpoint, and the response they'll get is an HTML code, obviously. So I'm a normal user. I want to check the Bitcoin current real-time price of Bitcoin. When I type the URL of the web apps on my web browser, this is the index space I was shown to, and that's the first one. The second one is the about page, like showing you the about page of what the project is all about. The third one is privacy page, showing you showing you the privacy page of these web apps. So that's just how it is with each of these ones are giving us an HTML code as a response respectively. So this first one is HTML code, the second one is HTML code, the third one is HTML code. Each of them is giving us HTML code as a response. The last one here is giving us what? A JSON response. And the reason why we make it a JSON response because Ajax, as a guy here, Ajax is AJAX. Ajax is a guy that this with JavaScript and JSON. So it only accepts it's Ajax friends. There are like 2 guys here. The 2 guys which are Ajax friends are JavaScript and JSON. So that guy, anyways, to Ajax. Sorry to put that in. I'm just like making it too fun for you guys to understand. So this last one here is the Ajax response that we pass to the browser to fetch a real-time Bitcoin price for us. So each of these guys get those endpoints from the view.py imported into my url.py. So you can see this is how to instantiate a file. I was meant to import a file from, I want to import a package or a function from another Python file into a different Python file. This is how it is done. This is the name of the file called view, and this is the name of the function. These are the function name inside my view.py. So this one is the index, this one is the return. Can you see everything is there? Each of them are what functions name. There are functions, method name inside my view.py. So I think we are done with this part here. So let's move on. So let me cross check what we have on the PY. I think we have everything set up and running. Yeah. So if you have any question about what I have to cross check. I have to cross check this guy here. So just give me a minute to cross check this guy here. And when I cross check, I have to, like, can you see this then product will be showing you guys at the end, but I need to cross check some things. Bitcoin, can you see? So just show you what I'm talking about. Show you what I'm talking about, which is this guy here. Can you see this? This is what we are dealing with. I believe Google won't see this. Yeah, can you see? This is what I'm talking about. So can you see? I think Google has changed the CSS code to this resources here. Well, let's move on with the video. So I believe this will work. So I need to cross check the variable, the class name here with what I have here. So don't worry, I'll put the GitHub link of this project at the description so you can check it up here at your end and just compare it to what you do. So I think I have everything set up. So let me import my templates. Let me copy my template folder and my static folder. So these are my templates for the static folder. I'll copy it inside this project. This is the first one here, which is template. This is the second guy here. So let me copy 1, 2. Let me copy it individually. So I've copied the template folder. So let me copy the other one, which is static folder here. Copy the static folder. So copy the static folder. So this static folder is the folder that houses our CSS code, our JavaScript code, and our image file. So and this template folder, I'll copy this to it's just again that is a folder that deals with storing our HTML code of the web apps we'll be using. So we have, like, can you see, this was what I was describing for initially. This is the endpoint we described or instantiated or we used inside our view.py, and we set up a route for it inside the url.py. This is privacy, this is the index, this is base, this is the about page. So let's move on now. So let's check what we have here. So we're done with the first, second, and the third one. So we have to move on to the fourth one, which is the setting up the template. Set up our template. So I have copied the template folder and the static folder already, but we have to set it up. We have to link it up with our Django project, which is the bit project. So this is how you link it up. Go back to your settings py. You have to import some default package like OS. The reason why we are importing OS because we'll be dealing with some folder here that we have to make use of inside our Django project. So when you import OS, you will be able to make or access or reference any folder or file inside our project directory. So that's why we're importing OS. So the next thing we'll do here is to set up a static directory for our static file. So this is just little things you have to do to link up your front end to your back end. Link up your template folder. template folder to the template folder, which that is with the front end, link it up to the back end. So sorry, excuse me. So the next thing now is, so we've link our static folder that houses our CSS file, JavaScript file, image assets file inside this variable here, inside this line here. That's what this guy does. That's what this line does. It's link our static directory, which is this guy here. Saying here, it's linked up with our Django project. That's what this line does. So, but we have to do the same thing for the template folder too. This is the template folder here that houses our HTML code. So this is where you have to link it up. So here we have, inside this list here, you have to create dot join base.url template. The same name with this can you see this is the same name we'll be using here. The static, something applies to static too. Even the same name here. If you use this random, you have some errors in your words when you set up your project. So, but we don't have error. That's why I'm using the same name. So this for the HTML code, and this for the, let me set it up. Let me show you the second one, which is the CSS. This one is the CSS, JavaScript, Node, the image assets of our project, Django project. So at this point, I think we have to set up our local host. So this command you set up your local host. Python mind your py and server. So this, when you type this kind of command, this is command you use to set up your local server and on your PC. So this is just to create an instance of a local server of Django inside your PC. When you press enter for this project, when you press enter, it will create it show you some things here. So you just you see here. Obviously this is what we have here, but I'm not expecting this. Okay, let's check some things here. Wow. So let's cross check. Let's do some cross check. Some things not right here. Let me check some things. Something else. I was expecting to get something different for what I'm saying. So I have to cross check my code again. And join. So the same thing for the CSS. Let me check the first CSS. Let me check for the CSS part. Static files directory. Wow. Static file directory. So this is like a tuple. This is a tuple. So when you set up a tuple, it has to be a comma. Yeah. So let me run it again to see what we get. Something else. Okay, let me check. Okay, I just something just flashed in my head now. We haven't linked our we have to link our our bit app to our bit project, and we haven't done that. So now we have to do it now. So our bit app. So that's where the issue is from. We've created the Django project, we created Django app, but we haven't linked our Django we haven't linked our bit app, which is Django app, inside under our Django project, which is a bit project. So we will be doing this now. So include that. We have to import to include function. So the bitapp, you like a variable name. So and we have to what? We have to go to our bit project settings file and set and include our what Django app inside the list of Django projects we have. Inside the list of Django app we have here. So we have bitapp here. So yeah, at this point we should have everything set up and running. Can you see? Wow, obviously. So it's doing some checking. It's checking for the time, Bitcoin price. We have this thing set up now. We'll get in a minute. We get the current price of the Bitcoin. It will be fetched for us in the right time. So we'll do some checking for us that we are seeing loading here. So the next few minutes we will have our Bitcoin price shown to us on the web browser here. So this is just a simple web app created. This was what I was telling you earlier about. These are the endpoints we have. We have the about page. Can you see each of them with its own route here? We have the policy page. It has its own endpoint here. We have everything set up inside our bitapp project. It has its own view. It has its own view and its own route endpoint inside the URL.py. But mostly we'll be using this guy here, which is the home directory, which is the index page. So have this error. So I have to cancel the server and check what is going on. Something is going on. Something is wrong somewhere, which I have to check. Update. So let me just tell you what is going on. We have an issue fetching our return Bitcoin price from Google. So I have to check what is going on. What's the issue here? So most times in programming there has to be some little checking you have to do it before you launch your project. For any kind of issues, like you have to test the project as much as possible to have everything set up, make it up and run before you finally launch it or deploy it outside or to the cloud for end users to use. The other things you have to deal with as a sort of program or sort of role pro. So I think this is where I have the issue is. So I'm just checking. I think I have everything set up. At this point I have everything set up, so I have to run my project again. I think this is where the error is coming from. So let me just explain what this error. Let me just explain why we have this error. So this Ajax was expecting some text, some JSON response. Obviously I said that earlier, but before it gets to this line here, there has to be some extractions. We have to do some extraction from the HTML code. What we are getting is like the HTML code, which this parser will have to this with for us. And when the parser this with for us, we have to fetch out the text, which is in form of, we have to pass it in form of text to this guy here. Which when you pass it from text to this guy here, it will be like a value to this price here. So it's just like saying we have price dot 1 2 3 4. So that's just how it will be like. So when I run this code now, the error won't appear again. Let me run the code now. So the reason why we have that previous error because it just didn't get the right response from this guy here. So he just didn't get the right response from this guy. So he has to get the right response before it can move further, because before we can get the real time price of our Bitcoin. So let me try it again. I believe we should have everything up and running now. So let's go back to our browser and reload. You can see I didn't reload the page. Well, I was about to reload the page and we just get the exact and the real time price of the Bitcoin. That's just what we enjoy most times when you build a real time project. When you build a real time project, you don't need to do some. You don't need to reload your page, because the response will fetch in real time. Yeah, you don't do any reload. I can let you use WebSocket for this. I think I've created a separate project for that, where I'll use WebSocket to fetch the current real time price of a Bitcoin. But for this project, I like to use Ajax. So I believe you'll gain a lot from this video. Yes, if there's a little change in the price of Bitcoin, you'll be seeing the real time here. Let me compare it to what we have here. Can you see? Since they're almost like the same thing. I'm not sure. Let me load the page again here. Can you see? Let me check. We have 99157. Let me check what we have here. 99. It's almost like the same. I think they're the same. Yeah. So that's just what this project is for us. I believe at this point you will gain a lot about how to create a real-time web apps using Django as a backend web framework of Python, and I use some little bit of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript here, and some image file here, which you are seeing here, which is the image I got from Google. And yeah, this is just a simple video that even a beginner developer, beginner programmer can set it up and running with what I've said or what I've shown to you so far. And I believe at this point we'll finish the tutorial. So if you have any question about what I have said, what I've discussed in this tutorial, I will be expecting your comments, observation in the comment section below. This tutorial is beginner friendly. I believe beginners that are watching this video can watch and learn a lot, can gain a lot from this video, because I explain everything. I give a comprehensive explanation of what everything it is, what we did with in this video. So what we did with in this coding tutorial. So when you see, these are the things you've seen at the background of what web apps, Django web apps. So just how it is. Yes. So I believe you liked the video, and I believe you subscribed already. And if you have any question about this video, you can just let me know in the comment section, but I'll answer your question. And make sure you like this video and share the video with your tech guys, your tech friends that are starting up, they're learning web programming, they're learning software programming. This is the video for them. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this to come up your way on the same channel. My name is Isaac, and thank you for watching my video, and bye for now.